Yo, what up, my peoples? It's your boy Hack coming through with another video. You know what I'm saying? What up with y'all, man? How y'all feeling? Today I want to hit you off with a jail story. You know what I mean? That took place in the county. We're talking about in New York, Long Island, East Meadow. I do have Rikers Island stories, but so many people talking about them online, it's not even funny, yo. Like, everybody talking about Rikers Island. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me switch it up. I don't really hear nobody talking about no Long Island jail, so I know everybody been to a Long Island jail, man. Word up. I lived in Long Island for 4 or 5 years, so I went to those jails a couple times. I do have a Rikers Island story, a few of them, not too many. I mean, I didn't go through too much of a rough time in Rikers Island. I only spent like 3-4 months there. I had like a scuffle or two, but it wasn't really that bad, you know what I mean? But yeah, but I got a few stories about that. But other than that, I do have some Rikers Island stories, and I do have a story where I was before I went to Rikers Island, when they locked me up in Central Bookings in Queens. That was crazy, because when you in Central Bookings, those people had me there for like 3 days. They had me there the whole weekend. I got locked up on a Thursday. Friday was a holiday, so I couldn't see the judge. So I was there for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They were moving me around from cell to cell to cell in a circle, blah, 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 blah. Just moving me around like in a circle. And I remember this one Jamaican dude who was lying on the floor sleeping, and he was on the floor sleeping. Excuse my dog, he's going a little crazy. My dog is going a little nuts, you know what I mean? You gotta excuse him. You know, chill out, boy, chill out. Relax. So I remember this dude, this Jamaican guy, being on the floor in Central Bookings. He didn't move. He was on the floor. I think he was either high or drunk. I don't know, but he did not move. He used his school bag as a pillow, and he had his face right on top of a school bag, and he would not move out of that same position on the corner. And every time they moved us from cell to cell, he took the same position, just laying down on that same floor, on the same position. I was like, holy shit. Meanwhile, I'm worried about what's going to happen with me. Am I going to get locked up in Rikers? What's going to happen with me and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what the heck? But this dude, he didn't give a shit. He must have done something really bad that he knew he wasn't getting locked coming out anytime soon, so he was just like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Or he probably been there so many times that he knew how it went down. You know what I mean? Well, I've never been in Central Bookings for 3 days at that time. I didn't know they could lock you up in Central Bookings for that long, B. That was horrible. I was like, please just take me to jail. I don't give a fuck no more. By the 3rd day, I was just going crazy. They kept giving me bologna sandwiches. I was like, get this shit out of here. I don't want no bologna sandwich and milk. What the fuck? Excuse my language. Anyway, that's another story. Central Bookings in Queens. Don't ever go there, man. Don't ever go there. I'm telling you, man. It's bad for your health. You know what I mean? Anyway, my story is about county jail. So, one day I was with my boy. We was driving to Broadway Mall. He picked me up from Queens. He lived in Elmont, Long Island. I got a lot of peoples in Elmont, Long Island, because I lived there for 4 or 5 years, right? But Elmont and Queens is just like on the border. So they're like brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like Brooklyn and Queens is on the border too, you know what I mean? It's all connected. So my boy picked me up. He told me let's go check out other boy for some kicks, because we had a boy that worked at Broadway Mall out in Long Island at a champ store, sneaker store. So we wanted to cop some kicks or whatever, you know what I mean? Because it was two days until New Year's. It was 2 days until New Year's, so we wanted to get fresh for New Year's. You know how it is, you know what I mean? So what happened was, we went there, we checked out the kicks, whatever, you know what I mean? Then we said what's up to my boy. We left. On the way back, we got pulled over. My boy didn't have no license. I had my permit, I think, on me. My boy was scared he might get locked up. I was telling my boy, just relax, don't worry about it, just sit back, just don't worry about it. So they asked my boy for his license. He said he didn't have it, you know what I mean, blah blah. He told the officer I'm sorry, he gave an excuse, blah blah. You know what I'm saying? The officer said okay. He gave him like 5 tickets, you know what I mean? And yeah, he gave him like 5 tickets. And he had to call somebody to pick up the car, because, you know, he didn't have his license, so he couldn't drive that shit back home. So they asked me for my ID, and I was like, why are you asking me for my ID? And right then and there, I looked like I was hiding something, you know what I mean? I should have said I don't have it on me or something like that, but I had to say some stupid shit like, why you need my ID for? You know what I mean? And they say, get out the car, whatever. They searched me, they found my ID on me. I had warrants. For some dumb shit, some stupid street shit, whatever, you know what I mean? And they locked me up. They took me in for this stupid warrant, you know what I mean? That I totally forgot I had, you know what I mean? The officer was like, you know, I'm at this point I'm handcuffed in back of the car, arrested. I'm asking the officer, do you think I'll be out before New Year's? You know what I mean? I don't know why I asked that, you know what I mean? But I just had to. I was nervous. I wanted to be out, you know what I mean? So what happened was, the officer was like, oh, don't worry, they'll probably just process you and let you go home early, and just you know, they'll probably let you slide because you went home, because it's New Year's, it's a holiday, don't worry, they'll probably just let you go, you know what I mean? So I was like, alright, you know, I didn't believe a word he said though, you know what I'm saying? I didn't believe a word he said, but either way, so what happened was, what's up? So what happened was, so I got processed. And they lied to me. You know, they ain't let me go home. They took me to the court in Mineola. Mineola is where they hold you if you have a felony, right? Boom, I had a felony warrant. You know what I'm saying? So, they held me there for a night. I remember the place looked like trash. The Mineola holding pen. They didn't have no toilet paper. So I asked the police there, the police officer, if they could hook me up with some toilet paper. They said they ain't have none. Now, how am I supposed to take a shit? What am I supposed to clean my ass with? So it's a good thing I had a wife beater underneath my clothes. What I did was take off my wife beater, ripped it into pieces. I took a shit and cleaned my ass with my wife beater because these stupid pigs didn't want to hook me up. And then they made, they had an inmate come in there with me. And the inmate was shaking. He looked like a crackhead. And our cell was so small with one bed. The bed ain't even have a mattress or nothing. It was like a table, a steel table with no mattress, not even a fucking, excuse my language, not even a cover or nothing, not even a sheet or nothing, and it was freezing. It was worse than Central Bookings, I'll tell you this much. So I told the kid, just take the bed. I don't care, you know what I mean? I'll sleep on the floor. I'll sleep on the corner over there. It was way more comfortable anyway, you know what I mean? Like, this kid was shaking. He looked like he was on crack. I told him, just take that steel bed, whatever. I couldn't sleep on that anyway, you know what I mean? That was like ridiculous. The next day, they put us all on the bus. They took us to East Meadow, took us to county jail, you know what I mean? As soon as I got there, I met this Latin king. He had a big tattoo on his back of a crown. So you knew right then and there he was Latin king. It was this Cuban kid. He was half Cuban, half something else. Immediately he asked me, what kind of glasses are those? Are those contact? Are they prescription? I'm thinking in my head, this kid want to jack me for my glasses. I told him, yeah, they're prescriptions. They're contact. You know what I'm saying? But we started chopping it up. We started talking. I told him I have Latin King friends and this and that. You know what I mean? So us two became cool. You know what I mean? So everything was good after that. Then after like a day, another dude came in and he was a part of the MS-13 gang. Now, I don't know if this kid had like people knew him in that jail, but it looked like he knew a lot of people in there because he was telling the Spanish kid that was handing out the food to hook me up with more like an extra milk, hook me up with an extra loaf of bread, hook me up with an extra chocolate milk, blah blah blah. And I wasn't even asking for these things. In my head, I was like, yo, is this dude planning on asking me for like a favor or something? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to owe nobody favors or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with that. So So it turned out finally he approached me and he was like, yo, let's go play chess and shit. I was like, all right, let's go play chess. So I started playing chess with the MS-13 dude. The Latin King kid was getting kind of pissed because he didn't want me to chill with the MS-13 kid at that time. Like MS-13, Latin Kings, didn't really like each other in the Long Island jails. You know what I mean? Because around that time was when this kid, this kid got killed in Hempstead waiting for a bus by a gang of MS-13 kids, right? And this kid was Puerto Rican, and this kid got killed by a bunch of MS-13 kids. The kid was on the way home from the Puerto Rican Day parade, and they killed the kid right there at the bus, at the stop of the bus, right at the bus stop. So around that time, Latin Kings and MS-13 wasn't really feeling each other. I don't know about now, but if I believe so, I think they still don't like each other. I'm not sure, but whatever. Anyway, so the Latin King and the MS-13 kid were kind of having static over me, like over my friendship. I guess they were fighting over my friendship. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was kind of silly, kind of berserk. Well, so shit was starting to get like heated, a lot of heat. You know what I'm saying, between them two, where almost a fight was about to break out or shit. So my boy got locked up with us. He came in from the hood. B Sharp, shout out to B Sharp. He came in at the right time. You know what I'm saying? He got locked up at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Because I left those Spanish kids alone, and I ended up hanging out with my boy, which happens to be black. So I stopped hanging out with the Spanish cats. I went and hung out with the black kids. Spanish kids wanted drama. I wasn't with that shit. I just wanted to go home. It was almost New Year's. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling it. Now, I'm calling my mother, telling her to bail me out, try and bail me out. You know what I'm saying? My bail was $3,000. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here chopping it up with my boy B Sharp. We're talking about people from the hood, talking about people we know like King Peru, Nico, Boy, Terrell, Rico, all these people we know, you know what I mean? Just chilling, whatever, you know what I mean? Now the Spanish kids are just whatever. I'm just ignoring them at that time because I'm with my boy, and I know these cats can get busy. You know what I'm saying? So the Spanish kids ain't want no real drama. You know what I mean? So they stayed away. Because they don't want no drama with the black kids or whatever. You know what I mean? So I stay chilling with my boy and them. And but yeah, it was almost New Year's and I was still not getting bailed out. There was a kid in there who was laughing at me. He was like, motherfucker, you gonna be in here on New Year's with all of us, celebrating New Year's with all of us in here. We gonna be celebrating New Year's, everybody's here. And he just kept laughing at me, talking about you ain't going home, don't even think about it, you got a $3,000 bill, ha ha ha, you staying in here. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, fuck that. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get the fuck out of here. I was telling him I'll sell my computer, do something, get me the fuck out. Anyway, so on New Year's finally came. It was the third day. All right. The third day. The day I was supposed to get sent to population. know where all the inmates are. You know what I'm saying? I was already on my third day now. It was New Year's. Around 5, 6 o'clock, they called my name out. They was like, yo, Hector, blah, blah, pack up, you made bail. Boom. I was laughing at that motherfucker's face that said I wasn't gonna get out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you dick, you're an idiot. You gonna be locked up and I'm gonna be out having fun. You know what I mean? So, I bailed out, got out. Thanks to my grandmother, I bailed out. You know what I'm saying? God bless her soul. And my mother too. She bailed me out. God bless her too. You know what I mean? The first thing I ate after I got out was McDonald's. And those were the best 2 cheeseburgers I ever fucking had. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up chilling that night. I went to Brooklyn to hang out with my family. You know what I mean? We had a party. We had a ball, celebrated New Year's, and it was crazy. It was like a real movie because I did not think I was going to get out for New Year's. I thought I was going to be locked up, but something inside of me told me my family would not let me stay here for New Year's. You know what I'm saying? They would fucking find a way to get me out. You know what I'm saying? Word up. That's a fact. You know what I mean? So that's my jail story. You know what I mean? I got more coming soon, and it's your boy Hack. You know what I mean? Peace.